Alright, so I figured I'd just do another Tackle Warehouse unboxing video since I just got another big order from Tackle Warehouse. But yeah, I just ordered this box, mostly gonna be full of jigs because I've been doing a lot of jig fishing recently. But yeah, I'll just get into it. So first thing I ordered, I ended up selling my Corrado DC, and I bought a Daiwa Tatula SVTW 103. I'll take this out of the box so y'all can see it. I didn't like the Corrado DC for flipping as much, so I wanted to try. I haven't tried a Tatula yet, so I got the left-hand version in 8.3-1, pretty sleek reel. Very, very, very light. I mean, very smooth. No issues with noise yet. The only thing I'm a little hesitant on is the spool is very shallow. I think it's like 100 size. I usually prefer a 150, but it'll work for flipping and pitching jigs. So there's that thing. And moving on, that's the only reel or rod I got for this one. Next on to baits. I should go with some line first. So, been loving this line, the Berkley Big Game Fluorocarbon. Got some 17-pound. This stuff has been fairly decent. It's $10 for 350 yards. As long as you retie often and you change your spool often, it's a good line. So it's like 10 bucks for some 17-pound. I'll use it for flipping and pitching, maybe some chatterbaits, spinnerbaits. Then I saw this in Tackle Warehouse too. I'm a sucker for cheap fluorocarbon, and I want to try the new Daiwa J Fluoro. This is 20-pound. I do most of my jig flipping on 20-pound fluoro. I'm not really a braid guy. And this was 15 bucks for 200 yards, so I figure I might as well try it. Haven't used it yet. I will maybe post an update on this line at some point. It looks decent. I mean, from Daiwa, I trust that it'd be a good line. Looks to be less diameter than the Berkley stuff. Currently, I'm using that Big Game fluorocarbon 20-pound. All right, and next, I got some more braid because I do occasionally use braid for flipping and pitching. I'm trying to get more into it for my grass jigs. So I got some Yozuri 50-pound braid. I've been loving this braid in particular for my spinning rods. I've been using their 15-pound braid. It's held up really well. I've got a 6-pounder on it, a 5-pounder on it. Yeah, this braid is awesome, and it's cheap. Right now I'm using the Suffix 50-pound braid, but I'm gonna try this Yozuri stuff out because I like their small braid for spinning rods. So that's it for that is all for line and reels. So I'll do a couple of the odd ones first. So I had to try it. A guy in Washington I follow has been catching, I think he got a 8.7-pounder and a bunch of other 7s, 8s, 6s on this spinnerbait. He had it in black and blue. Black and blue's out of stock, so I got IU because the place I fish the most right now seems to be doing really good with a chartreuse and white spinnerbait. So this color has got some green, some chartreuse, and some white in the bottom with the gold and silver willow blades. I figure that would probably do good. I got like a 3 3/4 pounder just a couple weeks ago on a white and chartreuse spinnerbait. So I want to try a Megabass SV3. Trying that one out. Let's go to some jigs. This might take a hot minute. Get all of them out. So I do have a thing for jigs now. A little obsessive, but okay, I'll just start going through them. So first one, Living Rubber old school jig in brown, straight brown. For some reason, this color works amazing here. I've been catching some good fish on a brown jig. So this is a 1/2 ounce flipping jig, brown with not the round cut. I think it's the square cut Living Rubber, but this will be a good jig. I got a couple mop jigs from Outcasts, or Buckeye, sorry, Buckeye Tackle. This is a black and blue. It's got a really long skirt. I'm gonna have to trim that down, and it's got a nice hook. I think it's got a rattle on it too. Again, it's Living Rubber, which I found to work a little better in a couple of the lakes near me. Let's see if I can get the living rubber ones out of the way here. So here is a couple more. So I got a couple football head jigs from Buckeye. They're mop jigs. Also living rubber. These are 5/0 1/2 ounce. This one is a peanut butter and jelly color. Again, you can kind of see the theme. I'm going for craw colors because I've had a lot of luck throwing craw color jigs over chunk rock. So that'll be a fun jig to throw. Another Buckeye football head living rubber. This is green pumpkin brown. It's got some like lighter green pumpkin on it. You can see, I don't know if you can see it. A little lighter green pumpkin and some brown on the bottom. Just kind of a mixed skirt. Another 1/2 ounce. And I got one more mop jig from Buckeye. I got if you can see the color all that well, I'll take it out of the packaging. This is another 1/2 ounce flipping jig. They came in different packaging, so I think this is either an earlier or a later model of their flipping jigs. The skirt is much shorter than the other one, but this is their Buckeye flipping jigs, or pitching jigs. It's a brown and green pumpkin, 5/0 hook. It's got 2 rattles right there. I like rattles a lot on jigs, especially for the lake I fish. They like a little bit of noise. So there's that jig, another 1/2 ounce. Moving on. So I'm trying some of these new dirty jigs, grass jigs. This is the JT Kenny Grass Wizard. I got a bunch of these. This is the green pumpkin candy, so it's like a green pumpkin and purple, which is one of my favorite colors for around here. In clear water or semi-stained water, green pumpkin purple is the deal. I love it. I've caught a lot of big fish on green pumpkin and purple jigs. Most of my big 4 and 5 pounders this year, and almost 6, came on a green pumpkin purple jig. So yeah, these are all, I only fish 1/2 ounce flipping jigs pretty much. So these are the grass jigs. Got another one in black and blue, 1/2 ounce. See if I can find all of them here. Here we go. I got one in the Dirty Jigs Bluegill color. Kind of like green pumpkin with some orange and chartreuse yellow. And I got one in, what color is this? This is another Grass Wizard jig, but this isn't the best color ever. This is kind of a play on green pumpkin purple. It doesn't have any purple skirt material, but it does have purple flake with green pumpkin all over it. Green pumpkin skirt with some green and purple flake with some black flake too. And it's got some blue on the front. So I actually really like this color. Be a great bluegill imitator. And it's got that wedged head. I don't know if you can see well or not, but it's got that wedged head for going through grass. So I'm hoping this will be a great one for fishing. A lot of the lakes near me are very grassy. So this will be a good jig to throw for around there. Moving on, I got, let me get through these. So these are becoming another one of my favorite jigs. These are the Dirty Jigs No Jack Flippin' Jig. So this one is in green pumpkin candy, again, that green pumpkin purple. I don't know if you can see very well, but it's similar to that other color, the best color ever. They make a really good green pumpkin candy color. That's besides the Berkeley power bait flipping jigs, this is probably one of my favorite green pumpkin candy colors, that green pumpkin purple. It's such a good color. I got one of the No Jacks. These are all 1/2 ounce, by the way. Bluegill, 1/2 ounce No Jack flipping jig. I believe I got 2 of those. Just for throwing around places where there's bluegill. They feed on bluegill. If there's a couple different forages they eat around here. They either eat bluegill, trout, perch, or craws. And usually it's in the shallows, it's probably perch or bluegill. A little deeper, it's craws, and then you can throw trout glide baits, but a lot of bluegill color because I'm usually throwing a green pumpkin trailer on there. Another green pumpkin candy, 1/2 ounce No Jack jig. And I got one in blue craw. and I figured that would be a good one. I've been getting bit on a blue craw trailer a lot, so I'm feeling like this might be a good one to throw. This will go actually well with another trailer. I'll say this for later. Still on some jigs. It's kind of too late in the year for this, unless it's on a very certain lake, like Lake Terrell up in Whatcom County. But I got some 1 ounce grass punching jigs from Dirty Jigs. Both are Dirty Jigs 1 ounce. One's in Hematoma, which is like it's a very matte, muted, black and blue. Let me see if I'm not gonna take this one out of the packaging, but I have another one I can show y'all. This is their No Jack in Hematoma. So that's the No Jack in Hematoma. It's almost black, but it has this like kind of cobalt blue in it. And that's the Magnum Baits Beef Craw 5-inch in Blue Craw. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite trailers of all time. That's that color. And then, yeah, again, I got Green Pumpkin Candy, one of my favorite colors. That purple and green. And the other 1 ounce punching jig, the No Jack. I got a couple more jigs here, normal ones. It's very jig heavy this time. I got a compact flipping jig from Dirty Jigs. This is their compact pitching jig, the Luke Clausen one. This is a 1/2 ounce, and the color is Pond Bug, which is kind of it's like a dark green pumpkin or almost a brown with some purple. It's almost like you mixed dark green pumpkin with June bug. This is also a 1/2 ounce. I mostly throw 1/2 ounce. It's a good color. And another one, this is just their standard tour level pitching jig in 1/2 ounce in purple Pond Bug. Again, it's green pumpkin and purple. You can't go wrong with that color. It's more of a muted, kind of dirty, almost black and brown green pumpkin. It's not as bright green pumpkin. It's more of a muted, dirty one. Figured that will do good for a lot of lakes around here with clear water, that muted. There's a little bit of red flake in there too, a little green and blue and red flake. So it's very, very muted, but there's a little tiny hints of like almost pumpkin seed color. Moving on, let's see. I have one more flipping jig. And this is just a greenfish tackle, 1/2 ounce skipping jig. It's the color is green pumpkin smoke. It's just another one of those muted green pumpkins, like almost like translucent gray. And there's some blue flake on the top, with some green pumpkin black flake on the bottom. It's a good color. I've yet to throw these yet. I have a couple more of them, but I figured I'd just get one more. I still don't know how to skip a jig on a bait caster, so this is going to be when I throw, learning how to do that. Moving on, I have got swim jigs. So, I got one of the Dirty Jigs tackle No Jack swim jigs in their bluegill number 2 color. So this one's kind of a green pumpkin on the top with orange and blue, like a baby blue. This is a 3/8 ounce, and it's got the No Jack hook. Figured it'd be good for a lot of the really weedy lakes around here. The hook is huge. So if I go to the lake right now, I'm gonna hook into 5, 6, 7, 8 pounders. I'll probably throw that. And then for a lot of the lakes smaller around here, I typically tend to gravitate more towards the small swim jigs. I'm also trying, this is my first time trying these, the compact swim jig from Dirty Jigs. This is in green pumpkin. It's got like a red eye. It's perfect for imitating a little pumpkin seed. And this one's in 1/4 ounce. I also got one in blue glimmer. It's like a white shad color, but it's got some green pumpkin on the top. This one's also in 1/4 ounce. And I don't throw a whole lot of white except for with spinner baits around here, but I figured I'd try a white swim jig. And this color, for whatever reason, it just looks really good. It almost looks like a very pale bluegill around wintertime when the water gets cold. Excuse me. So I want to try that out because I haven't really caught any fish on a white swim jig. And with winter coming around, all the fish get really pale. I want to try that out. Maybe it'll imitate like a baby trout or something. I got one more compact swim jig. This is the Alabama Bream color in 3/8 ounce. This one, I got this one mostly because there are a lot of fish, a lot of bluegill in my area that have this general color. So yeah, just want to try that out. Got a couple finesse jigs, one from 6 cents. It's a 7/16 ounce. This color is brown and orange craw. Just wanted to try some finesse jigs. Another Dirty Jigs, 3/8 ounce finesse jig in brown craw. And then, so now I'm moving to soft plastics. So I got a few packs of soft plastics for trailers. This is all jig trailers. I got these new craws from Rains. So these are like, I don't know if you can tell or not. They have these claws. And I've been wanting to try these because they don't seem very popular, but I like the color on them. These are rather expensive, like $10 for 6 of them, but I want to give these a try with my finesse jigs and football head jigs. Got some Storm Largo shads. I got these because of the Tactical Bass and their videos on what to pair with the compact swim jig, but these are just an albino shad, 3.5 inch. Throwing all of these on the compact swim jig. I got some X-Zone Muscleback craws and Green Pumpkin. This is the 4 inch. Just wanted to try other craws. I haven't tried an X-Zone craw yet. I heard their claws float, which would be pretty awesome. I don't have too many craws that actually have the claws floating. The last couple things, I got the new Magnum Baits Baby Beef craws. These are significantly smaller than the actual beef craw. If you take a look at the size difference, that's a 5 inch beef craw. That's a 3.5 inch beef craw. These are in poison. These are in black and blue flake. And I got some in blue craw, which is becoming one of my favorite colors. Comparison again to the 5 inch beef craw here in blue flake, or blue craw. Yeah, that is the haul. Mostly jig centered. Lots of jigs, but yeah.